Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? Can you hear me? I hope so. On this beautiful Sunday night. All right. So I didn't go out today. Obviously, I was supposed to. I wanted to play some golf, but then I woke up late thanks to my excursion last night, which actually extended. And I felt like shit this morning. Oh my God, my wife was concerned about me. I'm fine now. We just had some leftovers, and I'm gonna try to change my routine. All right. Which choir you're preaching to, sir? I understand that, my routine for the past, 2 fucking decades have been just, restless, insomnia, loneliness, like, and everything else in between. All right. Except obviously now I'm married, my wife is here, I love her. And so we gotta change the fucking routine, man. You gotta change your routine. Come on. So, you know, um, without thinking too much, I think that's what it is, all right? If you need to do something, you gotta do it, man. All right? Just why are you basically announcing to the whole fucking world, all right? As if you are accomplishing like something like an award, right? So you gotta do it for yourself, for your wife, and for your any future, kids. All right? Um, All right, so that was my housekeeping. I'm trying. I'll try, man. Fucking problem is, you know, some of us with high metabolism, our brains are constantly just like firing. The fucking neurons are firing, and the electrical signals are just constantly, running around like fucking hairless chickens in my brain. Ours. I mean, if you have a high metabolism, um. then you are one of me, right? You are like me, not one of me, sir. You're not my clone. Speaking of which, we were watching a clone show. Was it a clone show or was it a clone movie? Jesus fucking Christ. Uh, I remember that movie. Oh yeah, so the one with Schwarzenegger. Remember that Sixth Day? Sixth Day is in like God made this heaven, this universe in 7 days. No, actually 6 days, right? And then seventh day he created the human being, right? All right. So then when was the woman was created? Was that like the 11th or 10th or 8th? Huh? Um, I mean, those are mythical, stories. I don't believe in them metaphorically. I mean, word by word. All right. Although somebody like what's his name, the guy who did research on DMT, remember? Rich Straussman. He believes word by word, the old Bible. Um, Why am I quoting? I mean, I mentioned that last time. I mean, okay, I'll just finish that thought, okay? And we can move on. He thinks that at that time, what, like 4,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago. Human life was, what do you call, concurrently, in a state of, what's the word I want to use? Another realm. All right. Another realm was basically running with this realm, with the humans and the animals and everything, right? But identical. Okay, that's it. That's it. So that's what he said. All right. I had no freaking idea what that means. I mean, okay. I have a, I have a little bit of idea what the fuck he's talking about. All right. He's saying that, oh, this whole thing was basically in some sort of another dimension. Means this was not physical. All right. But that's not possible. All right. This universe has been here for 13 billion years. All right. So how did it just all of a sudden, you know, appeared, appeared, right? Appeared on this vacuum of space like 6,000 years ago. All right. That's the biblical and the mythical, right? Hold on, man. My wife is having some. Are you okay? You want me to stop it? You need to go to the bathroom? Okay, okay. I'm so sorry. Let me know if you. Okay, I'll stop it if you want. Hmm? I'm sure, sure. I'm so sorry. Um, I hope you're okay. Let me know what you want to say. Um, yeah, she's having some cramps. I'm sorry. I mean, I feel sorry for her. I'm sorry. I hope she's okay. Um, um, what the hell I was talking about? I'm so sorry. I mean, I just feel bad for my wife. But hold on a second. Let me just ask, okay, please. One sec. Okay. All right, everyone. She's fine. As humans, we have, this physical body. Speaking of which, you know, in any case, so what he was saying, getting back to what the hell I was saying was that, all right, well, okay, it just appeared like, or it was basically uh somehow pushed through the boundaries of the other dimensions into existence as a physical universe. I think that's what he's saying. Means we were somehow our ancestors and whoever was present at that time somehow were living in a different realm, like a non-physical realm, or was it like another physical, different laws of physics and laws of nature? And what was it? All right. Now I'm going to sound like some guy who's going to rebuttal Rick Straussman, right? But that's not the point I'm trying to make. All right. I'm just saying that I don't fucking idea what I was saying, to be honest with you. I think I just wanted to talk about something other than I just went from this freaking topic. That tripping topic, I'm sorry, these Chex Mix. Now I understand why these are addictive. You know, Chex Mix. Remember those? I had to buy these for my wife. We went for shopping a little bit. Um, so I'll just leave that part right there. All right, because I'm not a you know theology scholar or what happened or I mean just all word by word. I mean, is that a possibility? I don't think there's a possibility that the universe wasn't there like 6,000 years ago. But it is a possibility that maybe 6,000 years ago, some beings from another, star system, within our universe, they appeared. Right? They appeared through wormholes. So they brought their fucking ship through wormholes, right? However, because they couldn't bring their ships, like traveling, even with the speed of light, it's possible. All right. Unless they sent robots, which actually just were on the ship without any disintegration, without any, mortality, because they are like advanced robots and they don't die and they don't need food. They just need a fucking charge into the socket of the ship, right? Outlets. Oh, what kind of voltage that would be, huh, on their ship? Most likely what we have, 120, maybe 208, 240. So you have to finish that thought. Now I'm finishing a lot of thoughts here. Sorry. That's a possibility that 6,000 years ago, and they say that maybe even including fucking pyramids or what the fuck they are. I mean, sometimes I feel like, these pyramids have something underneath them, some sort of fucking, whatever aliens, when they landed here, they hit something down there. And maybe that's true. If that's true, although nobody can prove that, right? That somebody came from another fucking, extraterrestrial, you know, part of the galaxy. And then they give us some sort of, knowledge and, language and everything. Right? And we call them gods or whatever, right? Or angels and or the messengers or whatever, right? Uh, but there's no proof of that either. All right. So we are just here at home. What is going on? Well, nothing much. I wanted to actually talk about something other than this whole, you know, this round, that round. Forget all those rounds, sir. What's going on here right now? So I was out with friends last night, we had a great time, but then I just like, oh my God, it was just fucking too late. Too late. I became the too late. My name should be too late. And are you okay? Better? Okay, good. So I woke up late. I was supposed to be at the golf course, 2 o'clock, and then, and I just couldn't do it. Weather was beautiful today, and I was having these fucking dreams. I was telling my wife that, I was at fucking Dorian's, right? The bar where they have the comedy shop, right, on the side. And I was like, literally, I was there, and then I was selected for the open mic, right? 5 minutes. And then I'm thinking in my head, oh shit, I don't have any fucking notes. And I'm scrambling and I'm asking the guy next to me, right, hey man, can you give me a piece of paper and piece of paper and a pen? Can you give me that? And I'm trying to write something, right? What the fuck am I going to talk about? When they give me the mic. Literally, I was thinking about that, dreaming about that, sir, not thinking. All right. And maybe next Sunday I'll go there. I'll sign up. What the heck? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? All right. You'll say shit that people are not going to laugh at. So what? All right. Okay. Another failure or another attempt. Hmm? No, this time if I go, then I'm going. Oh my God, there's so much freaking salt in this thing. God damn. Say be careful, okay? This has a lot of salt. Hmm? I don't know. I ate one of these. No, that's also processed. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. Say, okay? What that sound? Oh, dishwasher. All right, everyone. So, that's what happened when you're staying up late. I can't, man. You can't. All right? I said that in the beginning, and I'll say this again. For your own sake, and for your wife's sake, and for your the whole. No, that's it. All right. Um, I mean, what else is going on these days? I'm just wondering. Already, I'm already into like 17 minutes. Okay. It's sudden. It's a Sunday night. All right. I want to basically close this early so we can get back to me and my wife get back to whatever we were watching, and then she also sleeps early now. And I'm going to try to do that too. But the problem is, insomniac as I am, old fucking habits. No. Um. And we were just watching that movie with Matthew McConaughey. Remember that actor? Shit, I'm saying that as if he has died. Oh my God. Mm. All right, all right. Is that what he says? Because he's from the South, right? He's Texan. He's a Southern accent. But in any case, so the movie we were watching, it's a new movie about Cal Fire, man. Remember those Cal Fires? Are they happening this year? I hope not. Oh my fucking God. And it's called California Burning. No, that's not the name of the movie. I mean, it is actually based on California burning. Remember what happened last year? Who was on Joe Rogan's podcast? One of the famous actors. Um, oh fuck, was that Mel Gibson? So Mel Gibson, I think it was Mel Gibson or Matthew McConaughey, not Matthew McConaughey. I think it's Mel Gibson, all right? Mel Gibson, and speaking of Mel Gibson, right? He's a great actor. So if you ever listen to Opie and Anthony, Remember that radio show in the early 2000s, and like I think it ran for until like 2000. I never listened to that shit because I was in a different fucking universe. All right, I didn't watch any of the movies. I was not watching any TV. All these shows and everything, all the fucking movies I watched late in the game. Because I was in another fucking oblivion. I was just going out every fucking weekend. I didn't care about the movie. I didn't give a fuck. And then I was just working. All right. So remember with Mel Gibson when he was dating, he was dating this Eastern European model or whatever, and then they had a separation. You have to listen to those fucking tapes from Anthony. Oh, so they were actually airing them, the tapes where he was talking to her, right, on the phone, and he was fucking out of his mind. You took my fucking money. You took my fucking money. They'd break up. Oh my fucking God. You had to listen to Mel Gibson on those tapes. In any case, okay, so remember what happened was that I think he was on Joe Rogan's podcast and he came down to Texas, right? Because that's where Joe Rogan is, right? Austin, Texas. And and um, and this was around the same time when these fucking Cal fires. Remember up in Paradise and all those like areas where all the actors and like rich people in their mansions living, and and then they were saying that Mel Gibson basically did podcast right at Joe Rogan's in Austin, and then he goes back, right? He goes back to fucking California, and his house is gone. It's burned to ashes. And then later on, somebody, I think they were talking about that he had like all these books and furniture and everything he had gathered since the 70s. That was all gone. Memorabilia. Oh my fucking God. So in any case, all right, I'm not going to analyze this fucking movie, but this is basically based, not based on Mel Gibson's house, but it's California fires. All right. The Last Bus. That's the name of the movie. Now I remember. The Last Bus. You okay? I love you. Um, and so, and the married actually is real. We haven't finished it yet. We're gonna hopefully. But Matthew McConaughey is the lead character in it. California, lately has been obviously, those are natural disasters, right? Although later on they found some arsonists, trying to burn the fucking state, the whole state, right? Or people, I wouldn't say arsonists, but these kids who actually go into the fucking woods and they smoke weed and they talk, right, to each other. And then, they or even cigarettes, they throw that fucking cigarette butts without putting them off, right? Putting them out, sir. Putting them out. Without putting them out, you throw that, right? What do you think is going to happen? That fucking whole California bush is dry. It never fucking rains. And that's it. That's your arson right there. That one cigarette butt or that fucking weed, whatever that fucking thing is, right? They used to smoke fucking weed. All right. I'm not against weed or that's not my fucking problem, but I'm just saying, all right? But that's the movie we were watching, and then I also started watching this show again. I have to repeat myself. It's called Banshee. Banshee is a town in fucking Pennsylvania, and it's a fucking great show. Oh yeah, so it's in the Amish county, right? Oh my fucking God, Amish people. All right, nothing against Amish people either, you know. Um, And then, yeah, my wife wants to actually not see the last Tom Cruise movie. Remember the Mission Impossible? That's fucking epic. It's epic, man. All right. So it's already 25 minutes. I'm gonna close my podcast, everyone. Thanks for listening. All right, as always. But next Sunday, maybe this was some sort of a calling for me. Hey man, instead of fucking wasting your time, okay, spend like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours with your friends out, and just come home, and then maybe you do something else. All right, be more productive. All right, but maybe this was my calling because I've been thinking about that. Oh, I'll sign up this Sunday. I'll sign up that Sunday, right? Now that it's gonna, oh shit, now that it's gonna get colder and colder, and maybe I should sign up, right? Regardless of the weather, I think I should. Or I hope that they still do it. I believe they do. You are there with a bunch of like novices, right? Wannabe comedians. Um, if I were young, honestly, if I were young, or even in my early 30s, I would have just, yes, I would just stick to that. I would say, this is like my church, all right? Whatever mosque or synagogue. This is like, oh, this is my, group of people I want to be with, and I want to try this, or whatever, however it takes. All right, I'll try. I'll make notes and I'll try to be fun. That's what I would do. You know. Well, it's not too late, although my wife doesn't agree with me because I'm too fucking old now for anything, man. Jesus. All right, everyone. I presume you had a great weekend, whatever the hell you did. All right. And I'll see you all next week.